So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah,
Who does that?
you know, yeah,
Why does it smell in here?
I never thought about like how, yeah. So I was like,
And then So I was at my college medical school, and they said that some guy was the guest speaker today. And so I just watched him teach for a couple of minutes. He then paused, went up to the board, and grabbed a piece of chalk, and then just started crying and screaming, "Why? Why?" And I was just like, are we supposed to diagnose him?
Is this part of the lesson? This is the same like cinematic universe as like the Jordan who like pizzaed Pascal's salon, like deep dish pizza at his windows. This is all part of the same
This is the
cinematic.
same-
This is the like dark Bachelor
Yeah.
universe.
This is the evil bachelor. This is what happens that you
When
don't know that.
picked. All the ones that get sent home, the one that they get separated into like parallel universes. Some of them are fine, some of them
Are not.
are just not.
They just have PTSD every single time.
I wonder if it's the same thing if he eats like chicken noodle soup because he's like chalk noodles.
Oh, you can no longer have chicken or chalkin.
He will not play hopscotch ever.
No,
Ever.
you cannot look at a piece of chalk or a blackboard.
Oh,
That's just what happens in this show.
it just gives you like a horrible like PTSD, depression. I mean, it's how I feel watching it too. I shouldn't joke about it. I'm sorry. This is Vic saying that. That was all fake.
And this is Jamie about to say something worse.
No. This is like
Medically,
medically.
where we're going to go over this guy's like teaching.
Yeah. Send in all of your medical conditions and we will diagnose you as well. We are maybe not legally or morally supposed to do that, but
We will
medically-
do it.
Yeah, we'll still do it.
Because they need us to do that.
Yeah. The people need us. Initial thoughts on the finale. An epic finale, dare I say?
Whoa,
Totally
it was.
unpredictable, unexpected.
No one guessed it except for us, I think. We
Yeah,
were
I
the
think-
only ones to accurately
Yeah,
predict.
everyone else thought that like Gary Turner was gonna like win or something. We're like, you guys don't even watch the show.
You don't even know.
You don't know. They thought guy's name was Man. And
They didn't even know. But we knew.
do you think he named his son
Person.
boy? I actually
Probably.
have I have an
would make it
opinion
easy.
on the name Guy.
Oh, really?
Well, I feel like is it fair to say it's probably a bit of an old school type name?
Yeah, I've definitely not heard it in any like person under 50 be called that.
Yeah. I feel like, well, I knew a kid in middle school named Guy.
Whoa, he's 50 now though.
Yeah. He was younger than me,
Whoa.
but he is now like
He's now man.
he's grown up.
That is pretty wild.
Well, I was gonna say it is a strong name because it's just like Guy.
I know.
Like you could argue like it's like plain, but it's strong. But on the other hand, so is Chalk because it's like it's not Chuck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not Chuck.
Oh, it's cooler than Chuck.
Well, I wonder is Chalk. I think I've asked this. Is Chalk short for anything? Like Chuck is like like Charlie or Charles or something.
Chocothin, I think is what I said.
Chalkley.
Chocolate.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I
don't know.
I like the
Probably
name
not.
Guy. I'm trying to think of like names that are shorter than 3 letters. Maybe Al, I guess.
Lee with 1 E. Lay. I don't know.
Or like
Yeah.
I, L-I.
I. Mm.
Yeah.
Al.
Like Jet Li. Yeah, are you going to pretend like I didn't just say that? Not even like 5 seconds ago.
I think I just came up with that one.
That was all you.
And I think that's it.
That's all I can think of. Maybe. I'm Mr. T, but if you take away the Mr., he's just T.
That is true.
I think
One letter.
Yeah, just
T.
T. Okay.
Or any like abbreviations like AJ or whatever.
Yeah. And take away the J and it's just A.
A.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this episode. I will say I called it. I personally, singularly called this. Definitely.
I'm going to have to look at that. I think I might have called it.
Check the tape. Check the tape.
You were more right with Pascal because you did accurately predict the last 4 and
The last, okay, yeah.
who would go home.
Well, how did you have your top? We had the same top 4, I thought. Or no, maybe
Oh, no, we
did.
had the same top 4, but not who goes in what order.
We both had Jordan going first. So did you
No,
have...
I had Pascal going first, and then Jordan,
Okay.
and then Guy.
I mean, it was one.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
I guess I'll take the win on that one.
I'll give it to you. I'll give you like a mercy win on that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the only like surprising thing was like her not even having Guy meet her family.
Right.
Which I guess smart play, the mature thing to do, because her reasoning was like, I don't want to put you through that. And then like a whole nother date after that, just to like say no at the like potential proposal when I already know right now I'm not going to pick you. It's like, why would I put you through all that? And with how upset he already seemed to get, I mean, even before not like meeting her family and everything, it's probably the smart play, smart move by her.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely do agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this episode kind of I read it quite. I mean,
Well, I watched it. I don't know what you did.
oh, that's true. Well, I'm
we did have subtitles on because
yeah. Well, all I did was listen to it. I just played it like through some headphones and.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either. No, it was pretty basic, but good.
Yeah, I mean,
It was it was basic in a good way. Like no, because you want to root for her, obviously, have a good ending.
I feel more so than again regular Bachelorette. Like I care more about Joan and like her getting like
well
a good ending.
afterwards.
And I mean I guess like you could kind of like say like with how it left off the previous week with Pascal, her whole thing is like, well, if he could leave me, maybe these other guys could too. Like, am I unlovable? And they had to bring in Nancy to be like, whoa. We can't let you think of that right now.
Chalk that out of your mind right now.
Yeah. Oh, it was funny how she said like don't give the power to Pascal. Like, don't let him have that over you when you still have 2 other guys. Like Chalk left to take care of his family, but then came back for you. Doesn't that like show how much he cares about you? And then Guy, he's here.
Yeah, he's a guy.
he's here.
He's one of the guys. Yeah, they did make it obvious from the beginning of who it would be. But I mean, you couldn't not have it be obvious.
We predicted it from. I feel like it's been like he's been a heavy favorite for a while.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think like week 3 is when we had him as like our number 1 pick.
Yeah. Well, I had him week 1. No, I don't remember when, but I would say, I don't know if I'd say maybe after the first day, but I don't know. I want to say week 1 just to make it sound more impressive, but I can't remember what it actually was. A beautiful final
we had
location, though.
Keith, right?
Oh, that's right. He had the first impression
Yeah.
rose, and so it's kind of hard not to have him
Have him
up there.
number 1,
and
yeah.
then he didn't even make top 4.
Oh,
What the hell?
no.
Yeah, Bora Bora, I will say I want to go there. They did it justice. I want one of those bungalows on the water.
That does look nice.
I wonder if you can literally just like jump off the like deck immediately into the ocean.
Yeah, wake up, jump into the ocean.
Wake up, roll off the bed into the water, get eaten by a shark, stung by a stingray or something. Well, I guess like let's go through the family. There's not a whole lot I feel like to discuss as far as the meat of the episode. The beefiness,
The chalkiness.
the chalkiness is there,
Yeah.
but the beef, I don't know how much beef there is to it. Because like the even like when he met her family, her kids, it seemed more centered around not like, are they going to approve of Chalk specifically? It was more so just she was worried that, are my kids genuinely going to be okay with me dating someone new since their dad passed away? Like,
Right.
are they going to be okay with that? And it didn't matter like whether it was Chalk or guy. They probably
Yeah, it would have been like the
thing.
same conversation.
And that kind of was like what it played out to be. Like when Chalk came, they were like, I think it was like Joan's son was like, you know, we were afraid just like of what it would be like seeing someone kind of come in the place of our dad.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, don't mind me, let me just kiss your mom right in front of you immediately. I did think that was funny.
Yeah.
Well, he had good intention with it though. He's like, I want to, from the bat, I want it to not be like weird, but when I want to show like
My commitment
yeah,
and
my
my
commitment.
love.
It
And my
probably was
dominance.
weird though for them.
Yeah, it was probably a little awkward.
But yeah, then the conversation was just about like they were saying like wasn't sure how it would feel like when someone
And we
came
don't
in.
like it. Could you
Yeah.
please leave?
yeah
No, but they ended up coming around saying that Chalk won their hearts,
yeah, and they now
want
to
Chalk.
marry, yeah, for themselves. Well, I will say, I mean, I feel like it's been said throughout the season, but I guess to address the kids with it, because I think it was the son also who said like, we don't like someone like if there's someone gonna come in and take the place of our dad. And Chalk immediately was like, I just want to make it clear, I'm not taking the place of I'm not
I
replacing
will not be your
him.
father.
Yeah. He's like, I just want to be someone who makes your mom happy.
For the rest of our days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is good. I like that.
Yeah.
That perspective.
It's not overstepping, I don't think. And it's just showing that
That he's flexible and not going to go in there and
he's
expect
not
everyone.
he's
everyone to listen to
respecting
him.
their father,
Yeah.
basically. Their late
Honoring.
father. Yeah, and so they all came around to him, very, very endearing. And then Chalk and Joan's final date, which basically just consisted of them talking more to each other.
And champagne.
Yeah, that too. But the whole thing was he wrote a letter and also came with a gift, basically saying about how he wants to move to like New York with her. And they want to find a place in New York. They can decide all of this together.
Is that where Joan was?
No.
Well, yeah, I didn't think so.
No.
That's where Chalk lives?
No.
I didn't think
I
so
think
either.
he lives in like Kansas or something. I think she's East Coast. I want to say maybe Maryland or something, or Pennsylvania, New Hampshire. I don't know. She's East Coast. but
Somewhere.
he's like Midwest or.
Is that where their
Rust Belt.
kids are, maybe?
No, I think. I mean, his notes said just like it's someplace we both have talked about and expressed wanting to visit. So it's like I'd like to move there and start this chapter there with you. Like we can talk about where we want to move into, what part or whatever. So he was going pretty balls to the wall.
Yeah, he was definitely preparing
Yeah, I
well
mean,
ahead.
which I think does show that he, it's real. It's real. I think he really wants to be with her.
I think he might like her.
I think he might.
Love
If she were to
even.
give him one of those, like, do you like me? Check yes or no. It
I'd be
might
pretty
be.
confident.
It might be yes.
Or maybe.
If there was a maybe, it could still be on that. But I don't think he's marking no.
No,
There's like a 0.1% chance.
I don't think so either.
But yeah, I do think it's a bold play because it's also like if Guy would have done the same thing. I think the sentiment is the same, but it's kind of just like a, oh, bro, you have no idea type of thing. Like you don't realize what's about to happen to you.
He wasn't as confident, which...
Well, I think he was, but he didn't even really get a chance. I mean,
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he didn't get a chance to really prove himself.
but I mean, Chalk did that, set the plan up for like New York, which I guess we'll see. We didn't really hear in the after
No,
the final
nothing
rose
really
if they
after
are
or what they've done.
Yeah, if they plan on doing that. But he followed that up by fully saying "I love you" to her, and she did not return the
She said,
sentiment.
I know.
Yeah, she's like, she pulled the Han Solo on him. Everyone just Han Solos on the show, and I love it.
It's perfect. Well, she did kept to her promise of not saying it to anyone until afterward.
That is true, and I respect that. If I was in Chalk's position, though, I would probably be just
I would
as
be-
scared. Yeah, I would. To a certain degree, I would almost at
nervous.
that point. I would be like, "Oh shit, I don't think it's me." Like,
Yeah,
I would lose
have
a lot of
doubts a lot.
confidence. And it was funny because, like, when he said it and she didn't say it back, he kind of just kept saying it more and more. Like, I think he was hoping she would say it, but then
and like
she,
go some way or another.
yeah, give some sort of better response, a little bit of like validation. But yeah, she really did just like, I know, or oh, really? And
She maybe should have said, like, I'm not saying it to anyone.
yeah, well, didn't she say that initially? But maybe I guess did she not say it to the
Yeah, I don't know.
like she made I feel like she
No,
made it aware
he
to
knows.
us that she didn't want to say
Right,
that.
yeah, and
maybe.
like the one interview. But I don't know if they know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if she says it in the interviews, it feels like something you should say to the guys. At least when you get to that point, like maybe once people start saying "I love you" or "I'm falling in love with you," which is what typically around like the final four, final
First
four.
week.
Yeah. If you're Sam, whatever his name is.
Classic. Yeah, you usually like hometown.
Yeah, I feel like hometowns is when the love word starts coming up. I feel like at least at that point,
People
it should
start
be
falling. People start
like
loving.
tripping, slipping, sliding, bouncing. Yeah, well, I would just think at that point, like when people are kind of going to start saying it, you would preface by saying like, I want to hold on to that. Like till I've decided on like my final person and am only with one person.
Right. Yeah, that would make sense.
Just because I think even still, even if she did tell everyone that, I would still be like,
She probably said it to the other guy.
yeah,
And
I
she's
mean,
just saying that to make me feel better.
yeah, that is, ooh, yeah. Like, what if I'm the only person she said that she's gonna wait to say it to someone for. But then the other guy, she was like, no, I love you too. Yeah, I just
Oh,
started.
yeah. You would
overthinking.
always think of something. It would always get in your head, no matter what.
I would overthink. And I mean, it seemed to get to him quite a bit though, because he's like, if I say that like to her tomorrow, or like when I'm about to propose to her and she doesn't say it back, like that's going to be an issue. Although I think he's probably just saying like that
She
would
won't
mean
accept.
she wouldn't like accept,
Yeah.
or she's like about to break up to him. But I think even the same thing, if you propose to someone and say I love you, and you're the only one left, and they don't say it back, it would be a little bit weird. Like, especially if they accept your engagement. And they're
Right, I'm
like, do
still
you
not
love
ready.
me? And it's like, I'm getting there.
I
Give me a
might.
minute. Give me a minute.
I need more time. Yeah, I don't think that could ever happen.
No.
Yet, unless
No.
I get on the show.
Yeah. Get on the show. That is my goal, to get engaged without saying I love you.
Or even I like you.
I tolerate you.
You are
All I
okay.
can give you right now.
I do not hate you.
When
But I
I'm in
think
your
you're
presence, I don't get angry or sad.
And that is a step up. So
That is-
I want to get married.
when I'm around you, I don't get like immediately nauseous and feel like I need to like vomit or something. Which,
Well, sometimes, but not all. of them.
like, at least most of the time. And there's been some, like, no, I won't get into it. But I will just say, like, past relationships, I need to keep a doggy bag on. So yeah, then Guy is supposed to meet her kids as well, but she's just like, no, I'm in love already.
Yeah.
I can't let
Chalk's
this
got my
happen.
heart.
Chalk's
I
got my heart.
can't lead this guy on.
Can't leave this guy. Well, and it was so funny, like, going into watching that conversation unfold, because of like when they greet each other at the door, they're both all excited. Well, more so, at least Guy.
Yeah.
She's probably just kind of playing it
Yeah,
off.
she
a
doesn't
little
want
bit.
to let him know immediately.
Yeah.
She opens up, she just starts crying. You're like, oh no. Close the door,
Yeah.
jump out the front window into the ocean, start swimming.
And it's like, I'll just swim home, I guess. It's like, we're countries away. I don't care.
I
Just-
need to do this.
I'm training for my triathlon. I'm working heavy on the swimming for it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was funny because he was all like super bubbly and excited, and she was kind of matching it. But we all
At the
knew what was
beginning,
coming.
yeah.
And then they start like talking about like the view of like the ocean and the like stuff. And he's like, let me show you around my like room. He's like, no, let's sit down and like talk. And he's like, how are you? And he's like, oh, I'm doing great. How are you? And she's like, yeah, I'm great too. But
Oh no. It's always the butt.
well, this is another thing I can compliment this show on, the Golden franchise. They do so much better, I feel like, with
Breaking up,
breaking up and just being like sensitive and
understanding, empathetic to the other person.
empathetic. Yeah, is a good way, to the other person. And yeah, I think she did a good job.
Yeah, I think she did probably the best she could have in that situation.
Yeah,
I can
I
think
agree.
of. I can think of a lot worse ways. You could
Yeah, oh yeah, easily.
But she's definitely.
Just watch like
I know, any
regular
of them.
seasons of The Bachelor and Bachelorette. It's like, learn how not to do it. Learn what's okay. That's all right, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like there's definitely. I'm not saying all of them do it bad, but there's definitely been some bad ones. I mean, arguably, you could even say Gary from The Golden Bachelor with what was it, Leslie?
Yeah.
A misstep, probably a misstep of saying like I love you,
Right.
and then being like no, wait, hold up,
Just kidding.
just forget that, just forget about that.
I meant to say I like you.
I like you.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's probably why Joan made that decision and kept
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I mean, if she watched like like the rest of his season, she's probably like, yeah, no, I don't want to sleep with anybody. I don't want to tell anyone I love them. Yeah, no, a very smart,
Yeah, that is very good.
probably responsible, mature approach. And I don't know, what did you think of Guy's response to it? Because I think it's just like to show that he was also like serious. Like he actually did like potentially you could say love her, I guess.
Right. I mean, he said that he was in love at the end there, and he was going to
Yeah,
tell
but so
her.
did Myrtle Beach Sam
That is
to
true.
Jim.
I mean, like, how authentic is that?
Yeah, exactly.
Versus just saying
So
that.
I do, but that's what I'm saying. I believe Guy.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I definitely do believe him.
It's weird to see, and I know that like people just kind of respond differently to these things, but like especially like the guys on this show.
Yeah,
like
Guy.
some of them, Guy specifically. Well, some of them, even like like ones that make it really far, like top 4, top 3, or even like final 2 that get sent home, don't really seem always that upset.
Right, yeah. It's not like they're in tears, like heartbroken.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh well, next time.
yeah, and then like Guy kind of wore his heart on his sleeve with it, and he let it all out.
Yeah, he was
And it even
definitely
seemed
very
to the
emotional.
point he was still upset and the interview at the after the final rose to some degree.
Yeah, he was definitely not like his normal self that we've seen on the show beforehand.
I mean, I
He
did
was more
like
somber.
I did like how when she came out to greet him on the after the final rose, like that before they sat down, they both were just like, "How are you doing?" And he made sure to say like, "Just so let you know, everything is okay. I'm okay."
Yeah,
I'm
that
okay."
is
And I was like, "Okay,
that is
yeah."
good closure.
It makes her feel better, and I hope that it's true. And I feel like he's being genuine. He is like telling the truth, but he did still like just like to like, I guess, was it more closure, or was he still like upset, but like asking her like, was there anything missing, or like did I not have something
Did
specifically?
I do something or not do something? What happened? What went wrong?
Yeah. And they both mentioned just like the fact that he was more of a slow burn, and her whole thing was just that, well, yeah, the timing of it. Like in another scenario, if we had more time, probably would have.
Chalk said no.
Yeah. 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 Chalk said no, then I guess I would have picked you.
Yeah,
Well,
that is
no,
interesting. I mean, it must definitely make him feel better,
Yeah.
but also
Also to some degree worse, because it's
yeah,
like
'cause
shit, like fuck, man.
I
if
was
we
right
had more
there.
time,
I was
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I can see both sides of it. But to know, yeah, maybe that like you didn't do anything wrong, or that, you know, it wasn't meaningful or real, but it just like wasn't fast enough. But I don't know. I don't doubt myself in the sense where I could probably come up with more ways to be like, fuck, man. Like,
She's just saying that. She doesn't want to embarrass me.
yeah, she's just saying that. Well, it's like, well,
It was my back hair.
well, you just had the same amount of time with Chalk and you still picked him. So obviously there's something about, and it's just like your self-esteem starts
It's my
plummeting.
laugh. She hated my laugh.
Yeah. She hates my name.
My nose.
Well, what do you think Guy's chances of Golden Bachelor are now? Because we also saw Charles and Mark in the audience.
I think low. I mean, I think possibly if they all say no.
You think he's like not even going to be like one of the first ones asked?
Well, I'm sure they'll ask him.
I feel like they do ask multiple.
Yeah.
But
And then
only like seriously offer.
like guarantee it to someone that they really like.
Yeah.
Like to Charles probably.
Yeah.
Or Mark.
Yeah. Well, that is a good point. Well, because remember, like Jen said she got it because like, or no, Maria said the only reason Jen God, it was because all of us said no. So then they asked her.
Right.
But Jen
Yeah.
was like, no, they asked like multiple people, but like all at the same time. But like, I don't know, just like didn't pick you, I guess. I don't know what it was exactly, but like Maria tried to make it seem like they went to Jen after everyone else.
Right,
And
yeah,
she
she
was
was,
like, no, like they asked us all, like me, Daisy, and Maria. And yeah, I guess maybe those guys said no or something, but it wasn't like they came to me after as like a last
Right.
resort type thing.
That would make sense. That they would ask everyone.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah.
top 5 or however
Yeah,
many people
probably
they
like
want.
a few people at least.
And then they would be like, well, we're hoping this one person says
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But if they don't,
And I bet that I do think that probably was the case with
Maria.
and or Daisy.
Yeah. Like we want one of these two.
Probably.
If they say yes.
Yeah. Because Jen was definitely unexpected, but I like Jen. I actually really like Jen. So shout out Jen. She got.
Yeah.
I'm very sad for her how her thing
Yeah.
ended. She got screwed, but
Not a great ending, but a good season for her.
yeah. But so yeah, I don't disagree with you. I don't know. Like I think this boosted Guy's stock a little bit. Like I think if that is how they do it, if they ask like multiple people, like he's probably gonna be one of them.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Like
them
I
not.
would assume it would have to be like they ask him, they ask Mark, they ask Charles, and maybe even Pascal, I guess. And it's like, who are their favorites out of that? I guess probably Mark and or Charles are probably the top two.
That they would pick if they say yes.
Just because I feel like they have the most fan support behind them. I feel like Mark definitely had so much of it even just going into the season. But then Charles was such a pleasant surprise that I feel like he overtook a little bit. Overtook the power.
I'm sure they weren't
power
expecting
Yeah.
how powerful Charles would become.
He's powerful.
Well,
He
they
is
didn't know.
powerful.
They underestimated him.
Charles was not in charge, but Charles might be in charge soon. I love that line. Charles not in charge. It's like, you might be soon, bro.
Jesse, watch out.
Oh, dude, he's gonna take over the hosting.
Oh, that would be
It would be
good.
funny if he's like, if he becomes the Golden Bachelor, but also the host. He's just the host of his. So then when he's doing the rose ceremony, he goes to the last rose, walks out of the room, walks back in. Ladies, this is my final rose of the evening. Charles,
take it away.
take it away. Walks out of the room, comes back in. Thank you, Charles.
That would be good. That would be really cool.
Picks one, walks out of the room. So and so, I'm so sorry. Please say your goodbyes. Walks out of the room, walks back in.
I'm so sorry. Please tell me your goodbyes.
Oh, I love Charles. I hope
That
it's
would be
him.
good.
I hope it's him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still kind of on the Charles train.
Yeah, I'm never leaving.
I feel like I would still also even want Mark instead of Guy. No offense to Guy. I just
Yeah, I think Mark is better.
at everything. Well, I don't know. Well, I think it's just more so because
We're
we've
14.
seen more of, like, we know Mark a little bit more, even just because we knew him from literally like 2 seasons
Right.
ago. And so we have a little bit more closeness, but
Yeah, he's become a recurring character.
yeah, he's going to be on the next season of the Golden whatever, even if whether he's the Golden Bachelor or not, because even if he isn't, he's going to be an advisor.
Yeah,
of
no,
some
they're going
sort,
to use him.
similar to how Nancy was the
Ask
beginning
him.
of this episode with Joan.
Right, yeah.
Coming into he's gonna have a similar role to like that, where like on an episode or two, he's gonna be like, "So how are you feeling, Charles?"
We have someone in here
Yeah.
to help you cope.
What do we have left? Okay, so she eliminates guy. It's only Chalk left, but will Chalk propose? Because he is still scared that she hasn't said I love you. But then, like, we see him, like, approach the, like, thing, talk to Jesse. He's like, no, I'm pumped to be here. I was like, okay, I guess you're gonna
he's ready.
Yeah, I mean, this episode, I think, made it clear that there was going to be engagement just because of how much it was, like, referenced and talked about.
Mm-hmm.
But...
especially by Chalk.
Yeah, who's, going to be the one asking the question. It would be cool if Joan was like, no, stand up. I'm learning from Jen, and I'm going to ask you.
I was wondering if that was going to happen. I thought maybe she would do that.
Maybe you're going to be the one saves it.
But she was no Wonder
After
Wall.
all, you're my
Wonder
waffle. No, I do think that, like, that did cross my mind, but it was also kind of just like, I feel like they would have, like, hinted at that.
They would have, yeah. She would have told the audience before.
Yeah. Well, because the whole thing with, like, Jen's thing was, like, her talking to, like, Jesse is like, are you sure this is how you want to do it? Or, like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Are you going to be okay with, like, how you, like, whatever? And, like, making that whole drama. Whereas, like, this, it was just, like, we didn't get any of that.
Nothing to build up. So it seemed like it would be pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. And it was. I feel like it was a very sweet proposal. She did finally say I love you. But she had her fingers crossed behind her back.
She just said I love. She didn't say anything else about.
She said I love, but she said it how you spell it when you spell it LUV, where it's like not quite as.
Yeah, it's only 3 letters. There.
Yeah. Or if someone says, what is your opinion on this? When someone says I love you, and you just say love you too, do you feel like that is less meaningful than saying I love you too?
No.
This is a thinker.
I don't know.
Is that something you ever even thought about?
No. I have not.
Because I have thought about it recently.
Well, as long as they say love.
Yeah.
Not just like you two.
I love you. Love. That's all you need back. As long as I hear it.
Yeah, well, kind of.
Well, if someone was like, they could also be like, I love you. I love you too, you fucking stupid idiot. Get out of my house.
I like that more.
All I heard was love.
That's all
That's all I heard.
That's all I need. It cancels out any of the negatives. Yeah. So it's fine.
Love cancels all. I don't know. I feel like because it is a thing of like, it's not that much more effort to say I love you too. So why do people just sometimes say love you too? Like, is it a conscious choice, or is it just like being lazy, or is it showing lack of love you too type of thing?
Maybe it's just redundant. Like, why would you need to be like I love you when it is I who's saying I love you?
Yeah, I mean, I see both sides. I can see both sides of it. And I've caught myself saying, love you too. And then I'm like, yeah, but I do love them. It's not like I don't love them.
I guess it's how they say it.
Yeah. Like, do I have to say I? Like, when I say love you too, I am meaning, like, I do love them. Like, do they think that I mean less if I don't say I? It's like, I don't know. I'm just overthinking about it now. I started this probably about a year ago, and I've become like aware of it.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends on like how much meaning you want.
Let's just talk about like with your family, like your mom or your dad. If they said "I love you," and then you just said "love you too," are you telling me right now you don't love your parents? Is this what you're trying to tell me? Breaking news.
Vic arrested for not loving
his parents. For saying love you too instead of I love you.
He must be a psychopath.
No, I mean, the best I could give is that I guess it is just like lazy, maybe. Because
Yeah,
it's
it could
like,
just
why
come
is it?
across as like you're just saying it.
Yeah,
You
saying
just
it
want to get
say
over
it.
with it.
Yeah,
You want to just say the quickest thing.
yeah.
And you're like, all right.
Love you too. Yeah, I guess.
I guess the more words you add is like the more you love.
Yeah, I really love you.
I
too.
really, 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 really love. Truly, absolutely
do love you more than you could ever know how much I truly love you, because words cannot express the love I have for you. So I want to show you how much I love you every day. Okay,
love you too.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's probably
that would
be the worst
that is
example.
bad. That is when it would be like noticeable. Like, I don't think this person loves me. I think they might just like me.
I think they hate me. If someone like makes like a grand statement, you just do a simple statement,
Okay.
then that's obvious. That would be funny. That would be good.
Or they could even do the like they could do the like I know, or they could be like me too. Like,
Same.
same
Ditto.
That's great. Oh man. I want to do that. I don't want to do that to someone I truly have a good relationship with, because that'll fuck with it. I mean, unless it's someone who could like get the joke, but I'm not going to do that to like my mom. Jamie, I love you. Okay.
Shut up, baby. I know.
Where do we leave off? Unfortunately, Joan and Chalk are not together. No.
Unfortunately, they do not hate each other.
Oh yeah.
They love.
Unfortunately for Guy. They are still together. Yeah, we didn't get an update though as far as like their plans to New York. We do have a trip announcement courtesy of ABC.
Whoa.
That they are going to be, both them and their families are going to
see the hurricane. I mean, Florida.
Yeah. There probably is another hurricane going on down there. It seems like they get one like each week this time.
Yeah, a new one.
Last one was Milton. Well, actually, I don't know. Has there been one since Milton? Or was Milt the last?
I think it was.
Okay.
The latest, and greatest.
Milt. Classic Milt. So many memes I saw about that. Like, what a weak ass name for like a potentially devastating hurricane.
Should have been Guy.
Shout out Milton. Oh, I feel bad now for any like the Miltons of the world like reading that. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. Catching like a strays just by being named Milton. I don't think it's a weak name. I just think it's, I guess, also like
not
an old school. I don't think it's weak. I just think it's not strong. No.
Yeah, no, it is like
it's another old
rare
school name
that you wouldn't hear.
I mean, think of like other like, you know. I cannot believe that sound.
That was Milton.
That was Milton rumbling inside my body.
We all have a Milton inside of us.
Yeah. Agatha. Like, that's just like an old school name. You don't really hear that unless you're watching like Disney Plus right now. Shout out whatever that show's called. Agatha. Oh, okay. We probably shouldn't continue this. We're just going to continue insulting people who have like older names. I promise now, next child I have, which would be the first one, I will name Milton.
We have to have
contractually
a
bound in
Milton.
blood contract. No. Maybe like I'll do like a pinky swear on it.
You'll name your pinky Milton.
Yeah, there we go. That's fair. My left pinky I will from now on call Milton. Are we missing anything? Oh, we got a Grant season sneak preview.
Oh,
It's
and
looking.
it's
Just
a
looking.
show.
Yeah, it's. Oh, it is a
It's
show.
a Bachelor show. It's your classic Bachelor.
Well, it's return to form. If return to form, you mean return to like, just like the past couple of seasons. It definitely doesn't look as wholesome. I'll say that. Well, like there's definitely going to be drama. I don't know. Are you ready for drama? I feel like I guess I'm ready for drama. We had pretty much a drama-free season. As far as like fighting drama, like conflict type drama.
Yeah. I've been trying to do a drama-free diet recently.
Yeah.
But I guess I can splurge.
It's
I can
time to
do
go
a cheat.
back to high school.
I can do a cheat month.
Cheat month. When does it come back? January. Mondays again. You know what I was really hoping for was like a Golden Bachelor in Paradise announcement. That they would just be like,
That would be good.
we're gonna do that next year too, or the following year.
Yeah.
I mean, preferably
Sometime.
this coming year. Like, do it same time as Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah. That would be nice.
They could technically put them all on the beach together and just see what happens. I mean,
Why not?
why not? Just have fucking like 80 people on the beach. What's the big deal?
That would be cool. I would like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should.
It could not be entertaining.
I mean, like, they could do like a separate thing for it, but that's like, they don't really have the time slot for it, I feel like.
Yeah,
Because
do they
it
really?
feels like whenever like each one ends, whenever each season ends, there's a month, maybe 2 in between. But like that also just like, if they did that though, that would also mean there's a point of year where there's 3 consecutive seasons. It would be like one season of this, then Bachelor in Paradise, and then another one, and then Golden Bachelor. That would be like, wait, that would be like 4 seasons. But I think if they combined it, like if they combined it and just like filmed them all together, like wherever they go for Bachelor in Paradise, if they go to Mexico, they could just put them in like, honestly, I think they should put them all together. But if they really wanted to, they could still like have it like
Be somewhat
separate, but still just
Close
filming
by.
at the same time. I would want to see them all together though, because even if they're not like
mingling with each other
together, you're gonna get some people like talking sense. You're gonna get some people like
they could help each other out.
Like Charles is gonna be like
The voice of wisdom.
the voice of wisdom
He's the guru, the love guru you go to.
And then a young Padawan of like fucking
Sam
is
Love
gonna,
Virgin Sam.
Yeah, the love virgin Sam is gonna go to Charles and he's gonna be like, teach me your ways.
And he says like love is like a blossoming flower.
It's like, oh
You got to nourish it
yeah,
with pollen.
you have to pollinate them. It's like, what are you telling me?
He's like, all right,
Charles, I
got
didn't know
it.
you had that in you. I didn't expect this from you.
That would be cool though. I would like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, why can't they? Like, would it really be that difficult to like? Because like I understand though, like the cast when they do Bachelor in Paradise is typically more than. Does it average out to be more than 30 people? I feel like
Maybe with the people who come in, because they constantly bring in people.
Yeah, but they always start off. They never start off with like 30.
No, it's always like 20 or whatever.
Like that would be like, yeah. I feel like it's maybe like, well, it's always an uneven number because like
right.
some guys or girls need to get eliminated the first week and then it switches. And
Then they'll start bringing in like
yeah,
a
then
couple
they
of
bring
people.
some to like switch it over again. But like it's they don't have like 30 people to where it's like 15 couples to start with.
Yeah,
I don't
all
even
going
think
at the
that's
same time.
yeah, no, there's like no way. There's typically what, like 8 or 9, it seems like.
Couples.
And it's yeah, couples, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I meant. And then like maybe like 4 or 5 get like highlighted.
Yeah, definitely not all of them.
But if they did that, then you could do a similar thing with like the golden people, and then just bring in like, I guess that would be a lot though. Even if they did like 20 of like the younger and then like 20 older, then that would still be like 20 couples. I guess that is a lot.
Yeah, it would be a lot, but it would be worth it.
Yeah, I think
I think
be
that would
worth
make
it.
a lot of good content.
I think it, yeah.
You would just have a bunch
because the
of stuff
thing
to choose
is
from.
too is that when they have 2-hour-long episodes of like regular Bachelor in Paradise, a majority of that is just trash. It's just
Yeah, it
like,
really isn't anything of substance.
it's annoying arguments, and then I feels like there is a lot of just like filler to it, like genuine just like filler. It's like, do we have to like see this?
Yeah, just like personal problems.
Yeah,
or,
like 15 minutes probably per episode of just like arguably filler stuff that like isn't even, it's not even like drama. It's just like, why is this in the episode? And then like, I'm not saying I want like, oh, no drama. I want only like the romance. It's like, that's what makes the show watchable and actually like not frustrating. But like, I get it can be like boring, you know, if the show is purely romance, no drama. It's like,
yeah, I guess
I
it's
guess-
like a little spice.
yeah,
But I don't want it to be the main focus.
yeah. I just like, I like a good mix, and I think if you add the golden contestants to it, it's gonna just spice it up more though.
Yeah,
In
I
like
feel like a
only
good
good
way.
ways.
Couldn't be bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope they do something with them, because they are so much just more likable than the regular contestants, the younger contestants.
Yeah, I agree. Better in every way.
Are you excited for Grant's season? I feel like this is the first we've seen of it, like these sneak previews. It just, I don't know. It just looks like Bachelor. Are you excited for Grant? Let's just start with that. Is your Grant? I don't know. Kind of. I'd honestly, this is no offense to him. I'd kind of forgotten he was the Bachelor.
Yeah, I kind of forget like everything about him. So yes. Well, I don't know. I'll have to see.
Well, he was not one that made it
Very far.
Like, I mean, he made it reasonably far.
Yeah.
But he was
like middle of the
similar,
pack.
like, yeah, similar to like Jen, where he was like, he went home before hometowns.
Highlighted a little bit.
Yeah.
But not really.
But all of his highlights, I do think were good. Like,
Yeah,
I
none
don't
of
think
them
he
were
had
bad.
any bad showings. He's never really a source of drama or a focal point on any of that type of stuff. But yeah, what we saw of him was good, but I don't feel like it was like a whole lot. And that's kind of why I feel like I forgot that he was.
Yeah. And they really didn't talk about it or bring it up at all until now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and that's going to be the next thing. There's no stuff in between now. So we've got like 2.5 months basically before another season. And what are we going to do until then? Suffer. Pain.
We're going to watch Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
Dr. Odyssey.
American Idol.
We're going to audition. We're going to sing.
Oh, yeah. I solemnly swear to audition for American Idol. Is there anything else you'd like to add about this episode? Or to the people?
Maybe about this podcast.
How much you hate doing it.
How much it annoys me. And now I'm finally free.
Yeah, for the next 2.5 months.
We can say where the people can find us.
They can probably find us on Spotify.
Podbean.
Whoa, we're coming out the gates with that.
We're doing it in like best to worst.
Okay, yeah. Apple Podcasts.
Podbean.
Google Podcasts.
YouTube. One word.
Like literally, no spaces, one word.
Just that
Everywhere
easy.
else.
3 words.
3 words.
3 spaces.
Whoa. 2 spaces.
But there's a space after the last word.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you do that, otherwise you never
You
find.
need to do that.
This has been Jamie.
This has been like Vic.
And this has been like...
Literally.
Oh, there's one other thing that you wanted to mention, something about
Oh yeah, I'll cut this out. Yeah.
oh God.